Salutations, YouTubers. This is my first post, so I figured I'd just introduce myself. Well, my name is Randall, but people call me a lot of things. I was born and raised in Cincinnati. I can describe the place in 3 words. What the fuck? I mean, it's home to Jerry Springer, Charles Manson, and Larry Flint. Enough said? As a kid, I used to see the Ku Klux Klans march around Fountain Square, and I always wondered why there were pillowcases over their heads. Then I saw what they looked like without them. It's no wonder they can only get the relatives to fuck them. I mean, who would have thought penis envy could get so out of hand? Me, I'm not a bigot in any sense. I think everybody's a joke. I mean, the only thing I hold against the black man is disco. Another thing I'll never understand is homophobes. I mean, what are they afraid? A gay guy's going to break in their house and maliciously redecorate? I have no problem with gays. I figure the less competition, the better. What I'm really afraid of are dildos. They exist solely to replace me. Once they invent a vibrator that can mow the lawn, I'm the one that's fucked. Don't get me wrong, some prejudice makes perfect sense. You should always be prejudiced against a grown man who's known to touch small children. But that doesn't mean you should hate all Catholics. No, I'm bashing the Catholics. It's been done to death. But nobody picks on the Mormons, you know. And we have a saying. A redneck will marry his cousin, but a Mormon will marry 6 or 7 of them. And I dated a Mormon once. I have nightmares to this day. It turns out that Mormonism and Islam have a lot in common, such as pedophilia and polygamy. Man, it turns out this Prophet Muhammad, or however it's pronounced, is it the Hadith Sahih? He screwed a corpse. Of course, in all fairness, he probably just wondered what it was like to have sex with a woman that wasn't screaming and trying to fight him off. It turns out that in Islamic culture, it's perfectly acceptable to marry a 9-year-old girl. And, you know, these guys just want to find orifices that fit their penises, you know? Well, that and they're intellectual equal. I understand why the Muslims are so upset about the U.S. and Israel blowing them up. I mean, they're just going to blow themselves up anyway. They want to die and go see Allah. We're just helping them get there. I've actually figured out how to win the war on terror. First, we take all of our garbage from our landfills and we dump it all over the Middle East. You need to think about it. It'd be like a shopping spree, you know. Our garbage bin is there in Walmart. And while they're distracted, we take all the psychotic kids that like to storm in the classrooms and malls and kill everybody and send them over there. We've got our own psychotic suicide killers. And then we burn all their food. We don't starve them. We send them marijuana and Twinkies. That way, they'll be too fat and stoned and lazy to make any more bombs. And then we can just swoop right in. Problem solved, America. You're probably wondering, how do you identify a Muslim? Exactly. Well, I'll tell you this. If they think the vests come in 2 sizes, suicide and bulletproof, they're a Muslim. If they think television is dangerous, but carry grenades in their pockets, they're Muslims. If they have $5,000 rocket launchers and $1,500 machine guns but can't afford shoes, they're Muslims. If they view 9-year-old girls as sex objects but think uncovered women are sluts, they're Muslims. If they think that beer is immoral but refine heroin for a living, yep, they're a Muslim. You know, I found out a fun little fact, ladies and gentlemen. 60 to 75% of Muslims worldwide support jihad. That means that 60 to 75% of 1.3 billion people want me dead. Needless to say, I've been the target world. Prior to that, I didn't like guns. And I always had a big beef about Guantanamo Bay and how wrong it was. But then I found out that, 26% of male Muslims between the ages of 18 and 30, right here in the US of A, consider suicide bombing an acceptable act. Yeah, I got no problem with Guantanamo Bay. Thank you, President Bush. The only thing he did right. Well, adios, amigos.